What's up, y'all? Tommy here. So I just wanted to talk about the Wells Fargo Business Secured credit card and how I've just actually been upgraded. So a lot of you guys who've been following me for a while know that I actually shot a segment where I talked about the Wells Fargo Business credit card. And I don't know if a lot of you guys started signing up or what's going on, but they actually at some point stopped the application process. Now, it's quite possible that it's open now, depending on when you're watching this video. But I wanted to just shoot a segment talking about my experience with it so far and how it's been performing. Okay. Now, I'm actually pulling up. I took a picture of the letter. I've been traveling around, so I don't have the physical letter with me. But I wanted to shoot a picture before I actually left town. So the gist of it is this, right? So what I did is I actually signed up for a secured card, right? And I shot a whole video on the sign up process and everything. I'll link to that video down below so you can take a look at it. I decided to sign up for a secured card, a Wells Fargo Business Secured card, and I put a deposit of $1,000, right? And I was using it here and there, right? It was nothing too crazy. I got this card. It was back in early 2001, right? And it was nothing crazy. It wasn't like I was, putting all my transactions on it. It was really like very few transactions. I'll try to look at it and count it up and throw it in the comments if I'm able to calculate exactly how many transactions I did, but wasn't doing anything crazy. But one key thing is I never missed a payment. I typically would pay this card immediately whenever I did use did make a transaction with it or actually use the credit card, or at the very least, at the end of the month, it was completely paid off in full. Okay. So it didn't carry a balance or anything like that. Now, I got it upgraded in less than 12 months. I think they had said it would take 10 months. I can't remember exactly, but you'll be able to see there in my other video I shot on it. But yeah, it hasn't been a year, right? I literally got it at the beginning of this year. I think I want to say maybe February or something like that. And now it's been fully upgraded. So that's good to hear. They basically said, I'm looking at the letter here, enjoy the benefits you've earned. They're going to be returning my deposit, my collateral deposit, so the $1,000. And now I have an unsecured credit line. They say it's going to be upgraded here in December. So more than likely when you're watching this video, when I release this video, it's already December. So I'll have the card or have the upgrade. Basically, they're going to issue me new cards and then also return my deposit. Okay. So yeah, they asked me if I want to decline the offer. Obviously, I'm not doing that. No reason for me to be able to do that. But yeah, everything's good on that end. Now, one thing I will say with this is, there's a lot of business credit trade lines out there that it's kind of like those shady. It reminds me kind of like My Jewelers Club and all those other companies for personal credit. My Jewelers Club, Hunt Chase, New Coast Direct, AG Jewelers, things like that, where they helped you improve your personal credit. There was a lot of those type of trade lines out there for business credit. And I've tried those out with mixed success. And I'm sure you guys have probably had similar experiences. Now, part of that could be depending on how you set up your company information on the back end that could give you issues. But one thing I do want to say is with this Wells Fargo card, no issues at all. It's been reporting to my business credit. Everything's been perfect with it. Reporting a $1,000 trade line and all that stuff. So I'm assuming that my trade line is going to be the same, if not more, but I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. But everything's great with this card. It was, for me, an easy way to get access to a business credit card at a big bank, a secured card. So it's fairly easy to get. And now you have a big bank reporting to your business credit, right? And they report through the Small Business Financial Exchange, right? The SBFE, which in turn reports to other credit bureaus, and they also does a Bradstreet. Now, there was people who were saying that it wasn't reporting for them correctly, or they wasn't reporting at all. The issue is you got to make sure your company information is set up right. That's where people typically have the biggest issues is if your information for your business isn't showing correctly, then this thing's not going to report correctly. Right? Because you got to make sure that you're matching up all the information. The information you're putting for this credit card is also the same stuff that you put for like Duns & Bradstreet and for your company ownership information, all that, right? But again, I'm not having any issues with their reporting for me on my end. Now, who's this card for? It's going to be for people who are, building business credit long term. I have $1,000 credit limit. It's not like I'm going to like blow up a business off of that, right? But the thing is, it puts me in great position for if I start wanting to leverage vendors, right? If there's certain vendors that I need and I want them to extend me credit, I have a track record that I can show them. Hey, I have this business credit card I've never missed a payment on. I've always been on time. I even pay it off early, right? I have these other credit cards, right? I have these other vendors, right? You want to start building that up because whenever you need to leverage vendors, right? To which vendor credit is another form of credit, right? those guys are the ones that are going to help you blow up your business even faster. Because if instead of me having to pay $10,000 for let's say some inventory, right? Let's say I have a physical products business, and instead of me paying $10,000 immediately for some inventory, if I can get them to let me pay in 3 months for that same inventory, imagine how fast I can grow my business now that I really don't have to pay for that inventory until I've pretty much sold it, right? It's pretty much like someone's letting you build your business for free, right? That's why I think vendor credit is a game changer. A lot of, it's kind of like the hidden gem that a lot of people don't think about. Everyone thinks mostly, getting credit cards, getting personal lines of credit, things like that. Those are great too. But this vendor credit is where the real key comes. And so if you can show a track record that you never had any issues with credit, you're always paying on time, it's a game changer. And I think this card's a great way for you to get started down that path. Okay. So that's, again, going to be the gist of it. If you've had issues with your business credit already, you had issues with your personal credit, then you'll want to take a look at this card as well, because it's a secured card. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to get approved for. Okay. Now I'm going to make a quick rant here on credit real quick, because I've decided I'm going to start talking about this a lot more on a lot of my business credit videos, because I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression. When I'm talking about business credit, I don't want you guys to think that I'm in any way condoning or recommending that you guys build a business from scratch using business credit, especially if this is your first time building a business, right? If you've never built a business from scratch to, I don't know, let's say 6 figures, not even 6 figures. If you haven't made a considerable amount or a comfortable amount from building a business, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you just got to keep in mind that you don't want to take too many unnecessary risks. And that's what I consider credit, right? It sounds good because it's like, I'm building my business off of OPM or other people's money. But the fact of it is it's really your money, because at the end of the day, if you have an issue with your business, right, and your business, let's say, folds or goes bankrupt, you will have to pay back a lot of these credit lines that are being offered to you. No bank in their right mind would offer credit to a new business, right? That's one of the riskiest things you can do in life, is start a business, or the riskiest type of venture, right? It's a lot safer for you to have a job than for you to start a business. So do you think a bank would be comfortable giving you all these lines of credit? I hear stories of people saying, I'll give you access. I'm sure you've seen ads like that. I'll give you access to $100,000 in business credit so you can launch your new business. What bank in their right mind would give you $100,000 just on a whim like that and just trust you with $100,000? That's not the case, right? What's happening is they're linking it to your personal credit, right? You're having to give a personal guarantee, which means if for any reason your business cannot pay back those cards or cannot pay back that credit that's been extended to you, you are now personally liable for that, which means the bank can come after you personally, right? And if they get a judgment, they can now, essentially, depending on where you're located, can take money out of your bank account to pay your personal bank accounts, right? Amongst other things. But the reason why I touch on that is because when I'm talking about business credit, I'm talking about building for the long term, because it's something that you can leverage once you get to a certain point, once you get to a certain level in your business life, if you will, or your entrepreneurial journey, right? Once you have a consistent way to make money, right? If I put $10 into advertising, I get $12 out, or I get $20 out, right? You now know, okay, I have a system that's working. I need to pour more money into the system or this machine to get more money out. That's when credit makes sense. But if you're someone who's just starting off, it doesn't make sense for you. You might be thinking, I need to get access to credit so I can get a logo made and, work on my branding and buy this, buy that, things that really might not be extremely necessary in the onset. That's the issue, right? You're going to get access to this credit, and then you're going to start, all these ideas are going to pop into your head. You're going to try them on. And before you know what happened, all of a sudden you have all the credit that you have is tapped out, right? So yeah, that's just my little rant. I'm going to be touching on this a lot more because I think it's critical that you build solid business credit. That way, once your business is in the position, right, is in the position to leverage business credit, that you already have the foundation built out and it's easy for you to get access to approval of large lines. Okay. So that's going to be the gist of it, guys, for this video. I'd recommend, if you haven't already, you check out the Wells Fargo Secured card. I'm going to link to it down below. I'm also going to link to my previous video that I shot on that goes a little more in depth into the process of it. And guys, I mean, I only have good things to say about it. Now it's an unsecured card. It's no longer a Wells Fargo Secured business card. Now it's an unsecured business card, and it's been reporting to my business credit. So completely perfect, no complaints on this. Okay, so that'll be the gist of it, guys. I'll link to this to all the resources I mentioned down below. And yeah, you know, if you have any questions, be sure you throw it down in the comments down below. If you have any other videos you'd like me to shoot about, or any other credit cards or whatever, anything business related you want me to touch on, go ahead and comment that down below, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for now, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.